All right. Hello out there. I'm Ryan. Get stuff from yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, and book sales. And we're streaming live while I look some stuff up. I got what must be 50 books here and a handful of toys I think I need to do some lookups on. And so I decided to do that whilst streaming. So if I get an email or a phone call regarding work, I may pause things, but other than that, we're going to do that. So let's do the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check and make sure we're not squeaky. And then we'll jump into it as we test things out. Yes, we're good. Okay, let's get into it. All right. Books or toys, books or toys, books or toys. Let's do some toys. All right. First up, I'm not expecting a lot out of these toys, but they do need to make sure we don't have anything that needs to be dealt with. So first up is this guy. This is a flip head Power Rangers. Like the original flip heads from the Mighty Morphin series are the ones you really want to find. But this was in a batch of a bunch, so I decided to look it up. I think this is like for a third or fourth series. So let's take a look. And I've got eBay completed sales I'm using mostly, and I'm pulled up Terapeak just in case there's something that I need to look up there as well. So Power Rangers flip head red. And then let's go from there and see where it comes up. Okay, this is a Super Samurai Power Ranger flip head, and it looks like nope. As a turbo. Somebody tried an auction with it. It keeps trying an auction with it for $9 plus shipping, and they're failing every time. So let's go Samurai, and actually we're going to get rid of the color and just go flip head and okay. Not worth a bunch. Looks like if you have 3 of these, you can sell them for about $20. So it doesn't look like. I wonder if I couldn't get $9.99. Let's see. I bet I could get $9.99. Hey, Harley, Flipper, good to have you along. Doing some live lookups of stuff. I hit a local library book sale and got about 50, 60 books, and I got a batch of toys I need to check out. So I decided to log on for a little bit and see if anybody jumped in and would like to join us. So this next up, I forgot her name. This one is a stretchy one. We're going to look her up. I know the regular toys of this sold okay, and I've sold that before. But we're going to double check. Let's see who this is. I'm trying to remember. It is Ladybug. Okay. Miraculous Ladybug. Miraculous Ladybug stretch. What we got? Miraculous Ladybug. You're not getting audio. I just checked it. Hold on. Maybe it's your problem. Turn yours up. Turn it up. It's a you problem. Maybe it's you. Let's see if it's a you problem. Or see if it's a me problem. Because I just checked it and the audio was fine. Check 1, 2. 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 I'm good. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I'm good. So, I don't know what your issue is. It may be on your end because audio is coming fine from my end when I log on and listen to it. So do the mute button. All right. So okay. Anyway, miraculous ladybug girl Bindi. That's what I want to use. Ladybug Bindi. Bindi figure. Okay. I'm going to have to mute everybody for a second because that's my wife. All right, we're back. My wife was calling about the book sale, and I had to tell her that it was worth going to. So anyway, we're back. This is Miraculous Ladybug, Bindi figure. She's going in the bin. But regular action figures of her are good buys. So anyway, all right, next up. I have no idea who this guy is. So he's a little wobbly. So we're gonna look him up. And I also have a sale pending on a bunch of books up. We'll talk about when it happens. Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters. Okay. Okay. That's nope. That's a no. All right. Okay, now the three fun ones I think to look up. Now I'll hit you with one I already looked up because I want to make sure. Now this is Galadriel from the Lord of the Rings set. She's a little yellowed, but I'm really curious as to how she turns out. No telemarketer. I'm getting a ton of telemarketer calls, like the scam calls, and I have no desire to look at them. Okay, Galadriel figure. Rings Galadriel figure. I wonder if this was the Burger King figure. We're gonna look Burger King and see if that. This is the Burger King. Okay, yeah, that's going in the bin. There's like, if you get, there's a certain, I think, set of the Lord of the Rings Burger King figures that, like, if you have the full set, you can sell them okay. But that one's not. Okay, now for the, I think, one of the more interesting ones. This is a figure from Small Soldiers. 10, 12 years ago, these guys were selling. And I haven't run into any lately. And so we're going to look him up. But I do remember at one point these guys actually sold. Was this Chip Hazard? Chip Hazard figure. Small Soldiers, Chip Hazard figure. Okay. Oh, oh, this is still good. That's a $20 figure. I wasn't sure anymore if they were, but like a complete one with like all three guns and whatever one part is like $75. So this guy is worth grabbing. So this is about a $15 figure. So small soldiers, look them up. I think like even like the McDonald's ones and stuff, wild up decent. So, and the last one I want to talk about is this guy. Actually, I already looked this guy up. This is a Mr. Beast, some sort of lab monster figure. This is a $20 figure. I got this and the other one at a thrift store the other day. So uh, those are some real interesting finds. And I almost forgot about this one. 921. And this is a weird. I've got two bags here of Legos, unopened bagged Legos that I need to look up. But first, what the deal? 16. 4 times history. I've got a lady buying 16 of these great illustrated classic books. I just picked up a bunch more today at the sale. These consistently go around $3, and particularly on some Facebook market groups. So these are always worth. If you've got a good outlet to sell these, they bundle okay sometimes on eBay, but worth doing. So grab these when you can. And I think I'm going to offer her, she wants to get 16. I'm going to see if she'll do 50. I can do 50 shit. And we'll see if she'll bite on that. I'll do 40 if she says. But yeah, live negotiations. There we go. Anyway, next up, we're going to look these Legos. It's marked, but this was taped, so I'm curious. So, Lego. I wonder if this is a 92191. Let's see what that comes up with. Sending her my PayPal. And do I not have social media? Nope. Yeah, I don't have it. All right. Anyway, eBay. We're looking. 92191. Lego. 92191. Here it is. Custom modular. What is this? Oh, this isn't Lego. Let's look those. Oh, this is interesting. Or is there a name for that in? Let's. These may not be Lego. Nope. This is actually from a knockoff set that's like a tree house. So I think we will stash these to get sold. The stash bin, right down there. All right. What does this lady ask? Okay. She's getting some other stuff. Okay. We're good there. So All right, moving on. Now, time for books. All right. Here we go. A survey. Now, I did these all blind. I think I looked up like 1 or 2 books because I really wanted to make sure a couple of them. But I was getting these so inexpensively. These were like $1 to $2 at most, and some even cheaper than that. That I was just grabbing stuff and throwing it in. I wasn't. There were the scanners were there. The Amazon scanners were there, but Amazon scanners ain't gonna see some of these books. So thumbs up. All right. Anyway, survey of syntax in the Hebrew Old Testament by Watts. Syntax in the Hebrew Old Testament. Watts. Let's see where that goes. Okay. There's one recent sale with a dust jacket, maybe for $12. I'm going to take off the completed. And okay, I think there was one recent sale for $12 and a bunch in like the $14 or so range, which means I'm going to probably put this one up for about, I might do $9.99 shipped, maybe $11.99 shipped, undercut everybody, and put this one up for sale. So, but this one's generally clean, so that's what we'll do with that one. So you're gonna go right there. All right. Now this one, I don't think is going to go in, but I love this series, Stainless Steel Rat by Harry Harrison. If you're a sci-fi fan, this is great. Funny, excellent writing. This is real great. If I was a movie star, this is the role I'd want to play. I'd want to be Stainless Steel Rat. Slippery Jim Degrees. Stainless Steel Rat wants you, hardcover. Steel Rat wants you, hardcover. And I don't know that I don't have this. Let's see, completed sales. Yeah. No, somebody's got this one for $7. So this one isn't going to go. I believe, yeah, this one, yeah, the last sale was a $6 sale with no thing. So this is going to go, we'll figure out what we're going to do with this one later, but this is not going on eBay. So it's not going to clog that up. So we'll toss that right there. All right, next up, I'm going to take the tag off. Damage the book. All right. Robert Heinlein, complete the pass through tomorrow. I love picking up Heinlein books because they tend to lot up decently. And we'll take a look at that. Pass through tomorrow by Heinlein. Okay, the hardcovers are going for you. This one, this is going to be this last one that sold was in a whole lot better shape for $12. It looks like paperback. So this one's probably there was one for 15, one for 12. So I may put this one up for $9.99. I may lot it with another one, but we'll see about that. I thought I may just do 9. I may just try to be the cheapest one on this one. So we'll decide a little bit later because I've got another Heinlein one hiding somewhere here. Where'd you go? This is it. Time Enough for Love. Which this one may do a whole lot better. So let's see. Time Enough for Love. Let's see if there's a good. A lot of them are more modern. This is another. Let's see. That looks like $13, $14, $15. So this is a $10 to $15 book as well. So See if we can get that sticker off without hurting it too bad. There. That's not bad. Okay. So these two Heinlein books are going to be $9 to $14 books. So if you find, my general recommendation, if you find a Robert Heinlein book for $1 or less for paperbacks, $2 or less for hardcovers, grab it. You can at minimum usually lot them up for $3 a piece, give or take. All right, next up, there was a couple of these. Where was it? Where did it go? It's hiding for right now, and so we'll just ignore it and pretend it's somewhere else. Ah, here it is. Here it is. There's another. Are these the same book? Yeah, these are the same book. So The Future Is Now. There are two of them. The Significance of Precognition. Right. Okay, by Arthur W. Osborne. So, which is now Osborne. Let's see. There was one that sold for $8.45 by Thrift Books with no picture. And there's several for sale. It looks like somebody's trying to get $45 for this. Now, it looks like there's several for sale. $16 and $14, which means we're going to undercut, probably do them both for 12, take 9. That type of. I could probably list these as a twofer and do a double listing. Okay. We're going to keep on with by dropping the telephone. And then we're going to do another batch of sci-fi. Sci-fi, typically, there's not a ton of them that do great, but sometimes you trip over some, particularly when you can get them for so cheap that they're worth grabbing. So this looks like a Sword and Plant. I'm actually might. This is Lord of Blood by Dave Van Arnhem. You know, great old classic covers. I always think these things should be worth more than they are, simply because of the artwork. I mean, not necessarily because of the content. But see when this comes out. All right. There's several for sale, $9, $10 range. See if they actually sold. No. No, that's different. Some sort of Blood Angels Omnibus by Guy Haley named Lords of Blood, not Lord of Blood. So this one's going to get set aside. A bunch of these, what I may do is I may throw them cheap up onto the Crooked Spine, and people can get them really inexpensively that way. It's probably one of the things I think I may do with some of those that don't tend to go up. Okay. The Bite of Monsters by Dennis O'Neil. Snake-like aliens ruled the earth. Only man had the guts to fight back. So this guy may have been a reader of one of those crazy conspiracy theory guys whose name's escaping me. David Hickey! More like the reptilians, all that sort of stuff. Bite of Monsters. O'Neil. Yeah, somebody's not even bidding on this. It is a $10, $13 sale, $8 sale, and then somebody keeps trying to do it's rough. Another one. So let's see what this one comes up with. Okay, there's several for sale. There's a $9.99. This one might $8.95 that hasn't moved. This is what I'm tossing up. I got a bunch of other ones to do, so this is going to go on the back burner. So we'll see what happens with that one later. Okay, next up. Oh no, I'm keeping this one. Thongor and the Dragon City. So this is Lynn Carter, who was kind of responsible a little bit for the resurrection of Conan, um, the Barbarian, back in the 70s. So, and he kind of wrote his own guy called Thongor. I'm keeping this. I really like some of the Edgar Rice Burroughs and Conan the Barbarian type stories, and so I tend to keep some of those and read them, and then maybe I'll flip it later. Okay, I've got a couple here that I'm probably going to keep these. My brother was a big fan of Kenneth Robinson, and who wrote mostly Doc Savage. That's a pen name. And these are same author called The Avenger. So I'm going to hang on to these and just kind of maybe add them to my collection. It's been a long time since I've seen any Avenger novels. These two are pretty rough anyway. But I'm going to toss these into my own personal collection as well. I may even read them. This is what happy to find. It's been a while since I've seen. I haven't seen these in years. Any of these, but we'll see if I can get away with those. Okay, this one I know is going up, and we're going to see which one is. This is number 5. Okay, Endless Quest book, Revolt of the Dwarves. These are the sort of choose your own adventure fantasy books. This is like the guy who started Choose Your Own Adventure. This is one of the series that takes off of that. The later ones in this series can be worth a chunk of money. We're talking $20, $30 books sometimes. So this one I think isn't worth as much. Revolt of the Dwarves. But this is really good condition for what this is. And it looks like it even has like the original. And if you're going to notice, this is an old price tag. This may be the original price tag to it. I'm leaving that on. Yeah, I think sometimes you're okay with vintage stuff if it has a price tag on it, if you leave it on there. So Revolt of the Dwarves. Let's see what this comes up with. All right, that was a rough one for $7, $5, $6, $7. You have one of these, yeah. Keep an eye out for them. These, if this one, it looks like this one individually isn't worth as much, but these lot up well. Like the first 5 or 6 do pretty good. Lot up. Looks like this is about. Well, see, some of these are selling. So this one may be good enough to sell in the $10 to $15 range. So I'll put it in the stack and give it a shot. But keeping at these Endless Quest books and all your choose your own adventure knockoffs are worth looking up. And sometimes choose your own adventures lot up decently if you can get them cheap enough. But worth looking up one of these. I went through one. I want to say a couple of years ago, I must have found a dozen of them at a yard sale, or it may have been at one of these book sales or something where I found a bunch and did pretty good on it. Okay, next one. Close Encounters of the Third Kind photo novel. This is sort of the book to the novel, and I think I've sold this before, maybe on some Facebook groups and not necessarily on eBay, but we're going to look this one up too. Let's see. Oh, hi, Cast Iron Restore. Hi, how you doing? Okay. Okay, this one, there's a $15 sale here. Let's see what the other ones, it looks like maybe some more. Okay, I think this one's going to be worth listing. It looks like this is at least a $10 to $15 sale. And so I'll probably put it up at, let's say, $14.99, $12.99, and see how it goes. But it looks like this one's going between 10 and 15 bucks. So this is in really good condition too. So these are all neat because it's like the stills from the movie. So some of the, and I think there's some of these that aren't worth as much, and some of them do that still up. Okay. This is going to be content warning. Tarnsmen of Gore by John Norman. Don't let your kids read it. The Gore novels resell, particularly the older ones. And I don't know if this is a first edition. Let's see. But yeah, these are not child-friendly necessarily. That's 17. I think this is the one with the similar cover on it, which I'm not going to hold up anymore. There is one that sold for 56 bucks. So I'm going to have to maybe do a version 86 first edition 10th print. What is this? Let's see what print this is. This is the 17th printing. So this is probably going to be in, this might be a $20 book. So there you go. The cover picture. Tarnsman the Gore series. They do resell. Some of them are still in print, but you got some weird people out there. Anyway. Okay. Next up is Mary Stuart's Merlin trilogy. So we're going to see this one good. I used to be big in Arthurian literature. I used to know a little bit about it. Let's see. Mary Stuart Merlin trilogy. Hardcover, $11.25. 11 bucks. Okay. Another $10 to $15 book. Thankfully, there's this thing called Media Mail. So this will be worth listing up. Put that in the back over there. All right. I'm going to just show you all these because I know they're going to sell. This is the one, two T.H. White books, Once and Future King and Merlin. These lot up decently. I suspect this is going to be a $9 lot. Maybe a little bit more. These are in really good shape. But I need to double check to make sure I don't have another one laying around. Because I did at one point. Because I tend to grab them when I see them, but it's usually only one book. But the T.H. White Once and Future King, Book of Merlin, his Arthurian series, these sell pretty decently. And in terms of, like, I'll list it and it may sell within a month. Let me just put it that way. So, but it's not going to sell for a ton of money, but it will sell quickly, I think. All right. Spider-Man, Venom's Wrath. Some of these are surprisingly, I've got a couple actually up for sale, and I may actually need to wad them up to dump them. Spider-Man, Venom's Wrath. Spider-Man, Venom's Wrath. Oh, yep. $15 to $20 book right here. So these 90s, early 2000s Spider-Man's paperbacks these are $10 to $20 books. I actually have a couple that are up for sale, but they're a little rough. This one's in really good shape for what it is. So keep an eye out for these. But yeah, 20 bucks there. Robert Jordan, Shadow Rising, book 4, 5 to 10 bucks, I suspect. I think some of the Wheel of Time hype has died down a little bit. So, but I grab them when I can. This one's a little, is it? No, maybe it's not bad. Okay. Sometimes you can get 8 to 10 bucks for some of these. Hardcovers are better. The early books and the later books sell well, but sometimes not these. So let me try to lock that up. Okay, got this today at Goodwill. This one I've been in different boxes. This is a PC game called Sin by Activision from late 90s, early 2000s. 20 to 30 bucks. This thing's sealed. So anyway, worth looking up there. All right. One more. We're gonna somebody trying to take off of Edgar Rice Burroughs, The Swordsman of Mars, by Klein. We're gonna look that one up. All right. Oh, no. That's doubled up. It was a $17 book. So, okay, this is a find. 10 to 15 bucks, I think. So, not sure. This is a little bit old. What's the date on this? But it's clean. Ace Books. Only one man was able to compete successfully. Burroughs is Otis Alderbert Klein, whoever that is. 19. This is a 1960 reprint of a 1930 story. So good find there. We'll put that in the list pile. So my listing pile is getting pretty good. And I want to say I spent $60, and I think I've got my money with what we've looked up already was $10.59. That's our Goodwill price for me. I don't know. It was close to that hourly. It was either $1.59 or $1.99. So it was one of those. So yeah, that was a really good find to flip to $20, $30. So all right, let's keep going. All right, done I think with most of the sci-fi stuff. Now we're getting into something interesting. There was a big bundle of chess books that somebody donated that they had. There were about 3 boxes of them. And I picked up a bunch. And what I really focused on picking up were the advanced chess methodologies books. I was leaving all the beginner's chess books, and maybe I should have grabbed those too. But I really think my time was best spent on looking up what may be more rare chess books. I've had success selling chess books, particularly when it involves like stuff written by chess masters and not necessarily the beginning book. So I've gotten a few here and there over the years, and I've actually sold most of them. So this next batch is really, I think, where my money's going to get made. And I'm wondering if there's not some good surprises here. So we're going to jump into that now. All right. First is Teach Yourself Chess. So let's see. Is that? Nope. That is a scammer. Okay. So Teach Yourself Chess. And let's see. I think this may be hard to look up because that may be various titles. But let's see what pops up. Okay, there's like a modern 5.6. Whoa, 1726 for this version. 1097 for this. That's better chess. Improve your chess. Improve your chess. Very interesting. This may be worth listening by itself. Teach Yourself Chess. It looks like there was one that was selling. It sold for more than $10. So we may give this one a shot. But also what I may do is Teach Yourself. Yeah. What I also may do, there's one other one for $7 there. So this is probably going to get lotted up, I think. And I'm going to probably do a lot of chess books that don't sell individually well. So we'll put that right there in that stack. Okay. This is where it gets weird. The Tournament Player's Repertoire of Openings. Spanish. Schliemann. Yanish. By Leonid Shamkovich and Eric Schiller. And look at the really kind of technical stuff here. So we were gonna jump up, click that completed items button right there. Let's see what that comes up. Okay, that's interesting. They brought up some different ones. Okay, I found this one. Somebody's trying to get $60 for it, and somebody's also trying to get $9 plus shipping for it. So, international 18. So I think this is going to go in the lot. So I suspect with what it looks like, recent said what hasn't sold, what has sold, $5 book, give or take. So this is going to go in the stack for multiples. And they may all wind up in there, and then I may wind up with one that doesn't. So The Macmillan Chess Library, the Petrov Defense. So let's see what that comes up with. Okay. There's several different books on that. Let's see what the completed sales show. 7. Let's see. This sold in a lot. No, or a similar book. Okay. I think again, $5 or so book. We'll put it in a lot. This goes into this series with this one. So the Sicilian Defense. It looks like these are British printed. Never go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Sorry, it slips out. All right. There's a nope. That's the Sicilian lines with E5. How to play the Sicilian Defense. That one, $15, and that was on an auction instead of a straight sale. So let's see something. Let's go to current sales, current things. Okay. Somebody wants $20 for it. This is going to be a toss-up. Particularly, we'll see what the rest of them do. I may lot those up together. All right. Now we're going to go this one. Action Chess. Purdy's 24 Hours Opening Repertoire. So let's see what this one brings. We're going to do Action Chess Purdy. Interesting. Let's see what this comes up. $20, and there's people trying to get like over 50 for this book. So this one, I think, is going to go by itself. Clean copy, no marking. So this is going to be an individual one we'll make an attempt with, and I think I'll do it about probably $19.99 and see what goes from there. So that. Next up, Capablanca, a primer of Checkmate. I don't know much about chess. I know the rules, and that's basically it. Strategies and that sort of thing. I can beat my kids for now, but that's about the best I got. Capablanca primer. 1360 for this specific book. There's a different version for 18. Okay. 18. So $15 to $20 book. Next, play the Dutch defense. Have we handled Dutch defense? Yep. We have not handled a Dutch defense. We've done Sicilian, but not the Dutch defense. Against 1c4 and 1 nf3. Okay, guys. Play the Dutch defense. All right. Beat the Dutch defense. Play the Dutch defense. Play Dutch. I play the Sicilian defense. Okay, we're going to get the vaults, including the Livingston Gambit. Play the Dutch defense. That's it. Set. Okay. Let's see. Where's this? There's no sales for this specific book, but it does look like there's a few others real similar ones out there. All right, somebody wants like $18 for this book. Okay. I think I'm going to do $14.99 on this, and then let it ride and see what happens. Is what I think I'm going to do on that one. All right, related, the Dutch Leningrad by McDonald. I think I was hoping that one of these would wind up being like $100 book or something, but I don't know that that's going to be the case. Okay, somebody wants $10 for this book. Let's see if we sold. Okay, yeah, this is one of the $5 ones, I think. So we'll put that one right there. Unbeatable Chess Lessons by Snyder. $825, $585. So this one's going in the another Leningrad Dutch book, Strategy and Tactics by Hall and Cartier. Dutch strategy. So we'll do with that. Let's see. This comes up. For what it's worth, I've looked this up, and there is a lot of 8 books. Looks like it went for $32 shipped. So, chess books. I think these will be decent as a lot, even if I don't sell. Looks like this one hasn't sold individually. Let's see if there's one for sale that hasn't moved. Yeah, $9 to $20. So yeah, this is a $5 book. So I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, Sicilian's Vizhnikov variation. I got to spell some Vizhnikov. This guy play the reload. All right. Now there are this is a close one. This may be. It looks like there's several books on this sort of variation out there for sale that have sold. There's a 20 book. There's a $50 book now, and there's an $8 book. That's more of a beginner. So, can I get 9 to 10 in this? Let's see. Easy guide. Okay. I may do this one at $15, and go from there on that one. All right. Next up, A Course in Chess Tactics by Gambit, Boshkov, and Georgiev. Boshkov. $8.36 shipped, free shipping, $5 book. All right, now that is not any more chess books. There's one. Oh, here's a few. Okay. Now a few more chess books, a few religious books, and then I think we're getting close to done. So this one I have no idea what the title is. 86 through 89 by M. Gurovich. So is this the crazy? Yeah, this is the wacky technical one. Like, that doesn't have words. It's all moves. Weird. Anyway, Gurovich, 86 through 89. I think that's the best way to go for it. 86 through 89, Gurovich. ICH, not UCH. All right. Somebody in Germany is trying to sell this for over $160. And no exact sales. So we're gonna run the Terapeak on this and see what happens. Let's see if there's anything on Terapeak. No active results. Oh yeah. Whoa. Okay, this sold in a lot with another similar book for $30. So I think I'm going to do this one at $19.99 and go from there. I may do a little more research on it. This may be one of those. Okay, I'll do AB books and some of the other sites that would do that. So next. Red Letters, the Correspondence Chess Championships of the Soviet Union. So, this is a real interesting. Red Letters Chess Correspondence. Let's see. Red Letters Correspondence. Okay, I clicked off the completed sales. And somebody wants almost $30. One for 65, one for 75. This is interesting. This is another one that may bear need to be looked at, but it looks like it's not. Oh, and there's a DVD. There's a disc. So this may be interesting. This may be a $50 book. That may be where I start this. So that may be the gem. Somebody's wanting 65. Somebody's wanting way more for it. This may be a little bit of a gem here because chess. Anyway, that's what we'll do. I think this is the last chess books. The Vienna Game and Gambit. I live in Georgia. It's Vienna. Actually, that's the Louisiana one. It's Vienna. So, Vienna Game and Gambit. Chess. Let's see what that is. Game and Gambit. Now, this is a sort of a pamphlet. Oh, okay, it's not even selling for $12. So, hey, is this a new thing? Not hey, John. No, I went to a library book sale and earlier today, and yeah, and so I decided, hey, let's do a live lookup. So good to have you on board. And so I just finished looking up a bunch of chess books. 2 or 3 were worth it listed individually, and this stack I think I'm going to list at somewhere between. I'll list this as a lot between $3 and $5 a piece. So if you're really bored or you need to take a nap, you can go back and like start at the beginning and watch the whole thing, and we can go from there. Oh, I plugged one of your hats last week. Okay, I must have. But hi, John. If you're looking at this in the chat, is small time bookseller. Go visit his channel. He sells hats. All right. Next up, I got this hat from him, by the way. It's Cobra Kai. I think it's like a knockoff Cobra Kai hat, John. And this is awesome. So, but us balding guys, when the light shines off your head when you're doing this sort of stuff, so you have to wear a hat when you stream because of the lighting. And so that's what it is. So, anyway, all right. Next up, is I got a couple of religious books here. And, oh, is there one more chess book? There is one more chess book that was hiding. Chess Tactics for Scholastic Players. I suspect this is going to be another $5 book, but we better make sure. Yeah, that's another $5 book. Okay. And John, actually, in a couple of weeks, I may be doing this again because the book sale I went to was in Bibb County, north of me, and there's one in another one not this next 2 weekends for the county I live in. So, and that's a way bigger one. So that's what we're doing. So, okay. Got a couple of commentaries. When you go to one of these, I've noticed a lot of times you go to your community book sales and library book sales. The religious books don't typically tend to be either pop religion stuff or more inspirational or devotional type stuff, and not either your old commentaries. John, yes, great prices. Everything here was there's a couple of things I think were $2, but everything was under $2. So most of it was 50 cents to $1 a piece. Anyway, so you're not going to find a whole lot of commentaries, a whole lot of the religious stuff that sells well. A lot of your older religious books, sort of pre-modern era type thing. You're not going to find a lot of those. That being said, I did find a couple things that were going to resale, but this is two of them: the Cambridge Bible Commentary, Genesis and Exodus. So we're going to lift that up. Make sure you like the stream, John. Better. All right, Cambridge Bible Commentaries. Okay, it looks like I may have to lock these up. Oh wow, all 40 of them went for $40 plus. So, but some of them did better individually. I think maybe okay. There was another 49 volumes. The set went for $200, so that's not bad. A lot of 4 went for $14. So 2 in really good condition, $9.99. So that's fine too. All right, and this is N.T. Wright's a guy. I haven't read a lot of N.T. Wright, but he's decent if you're for Orthodox purposes, I guess. Small O, not big O. But N.T. Wright books. So N.T. Wright, Luke for Everyone, and Paul for Everyone, the prison letters. So we'll look those up. N.T. Wright's prison letters. Paul for Everyone, the prison letters, $6.77. I bet these would be one. I probably could look up the UPC on these if they weren't covered up. Come on now. Okay, yeah. And Luke for Everyone. N.T. Wright. Luke for yeah, okay. So I'll lock these up, probably $9.99 for both of them, and we'll go from there. All right. So that got 2 more I want to look up, and I don't think these are worth the time. I've sold some of these before, some not. But Nelson Picture Bible, and these are both children's Bibles, and the Children's Bible. Nelson's Pictures Bible. I don't know which Nelson is Nelson. Type. blame the keyboard. All right, Nelson's. Let's see. So it looks like there's several for sale in the $15 to $20 range, and they actually sell. One did not sell for $12, but that's somebody who is okay. 11.20. So this may be a $10 to $15 book. This Nelson's big, but this one's in really good shape. So I wonder if I may start this at $19.99 and slowly draw it down and see if it'll sell. Simply because this is probably going to be the best. It's a little faded, but really good binding. It's not drawn in, which is some of these children's picture Bibles sell okay. But the ones that do have to have like no markings in them, which is actually kind of rare for your children's Bibles because the kids like to color them and that sort of stuff. So, and finally, this one, the children's Bible. I'm going to check the publisher on this. This is Golden Press. Okay. Because there's a bunch of different children's Bibles out there, and you got to get the right. Golden Press Children's Bible. 15. I thought this one would be. Okay, yeah, this is a some size $25. So this may be. I'll probably start this at $24.99 and see where it goes. Again, this one's clean with good binding, and no drawings or anything with them, anything about that in it. So good find. It's not even written. Not even on the presented to page. So this may be a $24, easy $24. So other than maybe one $50 book, it looks like there's no huge home run that I hit. But that being said, I spent about $60. I think I may have $200 in books here. So library book sales. This specific one, the books that were bumped up in price were just the antique books. They really didn't discriminate against, that like if there may be a current novel that's $100 or something. Like I found the first edition Star Wars at one time from 1977, and it was a true first edition, first printing. It's a $100 book. And it was just thrown in with the rest of the sci-fi stuff. So that's the type of thing that's going to stay there. But your old antique books, they tend to pull out. Pretty much anything pre-1960 was pulled out and priced higher. I actually got a few things from my wife from that batch too. So know your market, know what you're doing. Thank y'all for joining me for this past hour. And this is about as long as I was hoping this would go. And looking stuff up and getting some education. Thanks, Coffees and Resales, Real Rest and Relaxation. You're welcome, Cast Iron Restore. And like, comment, subscribe if you see this afterward. And appreciate everybody for being here. And I will catch y'all hopefully Monday morning, though I don't know, but that's going to be mostly for my weekend sales. So we'll see if anything goes. So I'm going to spend the afternoon probably listing a few things here and there. Thanks. You'll go back and watch the whole thing. It must be nap time for John. Anyway, y'all be good, and I will catch y'all hopefully Monday morning with some sales. So have a good one. Thanks, Alloy Flipper. I enjoyed it too. Thanks for participating, everybody. 3 viewers, but we had a good time together.